Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're doing well. My name is Kisasa Papatia, and in today's presentation, I will be discussing and demonstrating VLAN trunking using Cisco Packet Tracer. VLAN trunking is one of the fundamental technologies used in modern computer networking because it allows multiple VLAN to communicate across switches through a single physical connection. In this presentation, I will first explain the concept of VLAN trunking through several slides. After that, I will demonstrate the implementation and testing process using Cisco Packet Tracer. Without further ado, let's begin. VLAN trunking is a technology that allows multiple VLAN to share a single physical connection between switches. This technology improves network efficiency and reduces the amount of cabling required in a network infrastructure. Before discussing VLAN trunking, it is important to understand VLAN. VLAN stands for Virtual Local Area Network. A VLAN is used to logically separate devices into different network segments, even when they are connected to the same physical switch. VLAN improve security, simplify management, and reduce unnecessary network traffic. VLAN trunking is the technology that allows the VLAN to communicate across switches through a single physical connection. Without VLAN trunking, its VLAN requires its own physical connection between switches. As the number of VLAN increases, the number of cables also increases. This results in higher costs, more complex installation, and difficult network management. To solve this problem, VLAN trunking was introduced. Instead of using multiple physical connections, a single trunk link can carry traffic from multiple VLANs simultaneously. This approach reduces cabling requirement and makes the network more efficient. VLAN trunking runs through a special type of interface called a trunk port. An access port carries traffic for only one VLAN. In contrast, a trunk port carries traffic for multiple VLANs at the same time. This allows switches to exchange VLAN information through a single physical connection. The most widely used trunking standard today is IEEE 802.1q. This standard adds a VLAN tag to Internet frames. The tag identifies which VLAN the tag belongs to and ensures that traffic remains separated while traveling to the trunk link. The VLAN tagging process begins when a frame addresses a switch. The switch adds a VLAN tag before sending the frame to the trunk link. When the frame reaches the destination switch, the VLAN tag is read and the traffic is forwarded to the correct VLAN. This process happens automatically and efficiently. As shown in this topology, I am using two Cisco 2090-60 switches and four PGs. PG0 and PG2 belong to VLAN 10. PG1 and PG3 belong to VLAN 20. The two switches are connected through a trunk link that allows VLAN traffic to travel between them. This topology demonstrates how VLAN trunking works in a simple network environment. To implement VLAN trunking, I first create VLAN 10 and VLAN 20 on both switches. In this implementation, VLAN 10 is named sales and VLAN 20 is named HR. Next, I assign the access port to the respective VLANs. Finally, I configure the connection between the switch as a trunk port using the switch port mode trunk command. This configuration enables multiple VLAN to communicate through a single physical link. After completing the configuration, verification is performed using the show interface trunk command. The output confirms that the trunk connection is active and operational. Next, connectivity testing is performed. Devices within the same VLAN can communicate successfully through the trunk link, while communication between different VLAN is not possible because inter-VLAN routing has not been configured. VLAN trunking provides several important benefits. It reduces cabling requirements, improves scalability, simplifies network management, and increases overall efficiency. These advantages make VLAN trunking an essential technology in modern computer networks. To conclude, VLAN trunking allows multiple VLAN to share a single physical connection while maintaining traffic separation. It improves network efficiency, reduces infrastructure costs, and supports scalable network designs. For this reason, VLAN trunking remains one of the most important technologies in modern networking. Now that we have discussed the theory behind VLAN trunking, let's move on to the implementation using Cisco Packet Tracer. In this simulation, I will demonstrate how VLAN trunking is configured between two switches and how it allows devices in the same VLAN to communicate across different switches. Let's begin by taking a look at the network topology. As shown in the topology, I am using two Cisco 2960 switches and 4 PC. PZ0 and PZ2 belong to VLAN 10. Meanwhile, PZ1 and PZ3 belong to VLAN 20. The two switches are connected through a trunk link using fast Ethernet 0/3. The objective of this implementation is to demonstrate how VLAN trunking allows multiple VLANs to communicate across switches using a single physical connection. Now, let's begin the configuration process. The first step is creating the VLAN. I create VLAN 10 and assign it the name cells. Next, I create VLAN 20 and assign in the name HR. These VLAN are used to logically separate devices into different network segments. By implementing VLANs, network traffic becomes more organized and easier to manage. After creating the VLANs, I repeat the same configuration on the second switch. The next step is assigning switch port to the appropriate VLANs. Fast Ethernet 0/1 is assigned to VLAN 10. Fast Ethernet 0/2 is assigned to VLAN 20. This ensures that devices connected to this port become members of the correct VLAN. I then repeat the same configuration on the second switch according to the topology design. Now I will configure the trunk link between the two switches. The trunk link is the most important component of this implementation because it allows traffic from multiple VLANs to travel through a single physical connection. To accomplish this, I configure Fast Ethernet 0/3 trunk port on both switches. After enabling trunk mode, the interface can carry traffic from VLAN 10 and VLAN 20 simultaneously. At this point, the VLAN and trunk configuration have been completed successfully. The next step is verification. After completing the configuration, it is important to verify the trunk status. First, I use the show VLAN brief command. This command displays the VLAN that have been created and shows which ports belong to each VLAN. As we can see, fast internet 0/1 belongs to VLAN 10, while fast internet 0/2 belong VLAN 20. Next, I use the shown interfaces trunking command. This command displays information about the trunk interface. As shown on the screen, fast internet 0/3 is operating in trunk mode. This confirms that the trunk connection has been established successfully. Now I will perform connectivity testing to verify that the configuration works correctly. First, I send a ping from PZ0 to PZ2. Since both devices belong to VLAN 10, communication should be successful. As expected, the ping is successful. This confirms that VLAN 10 traffic can travel across the trunk link between the two switches. Next, I send a ping from PZ1 to PZ3. Since both devices belong to VLAN 20, the ping is also successful. This indicates that VLAN 20 is functioning correctly across both switches. Finally, I sent a ping from PZ0 to PZ3. This thing failed because the devices belong to different VLANs. Since inter-VLAN routing has not been configured, communication between different VLAN is not possible. This behavior demonstrates how VLAN separates network traffic and improves network security. Based on the result of this implementation, VLAN trunking has been configured successfully. Devices within the same VLAN are able to communicate across different switches through the trunk link. At the same time, communication between different VLAN remains restricted because inter-VLAN routing has not been configured. This demonstrates how VLAN trunking improves network efficiency while maintaining proper traffic separation. That concludes my VLAN trunking implementation using Cisco Packet Tracer. Thank you very much for your attention and for watching this presentation. I hope this demonstration has helped you better understand the concept and implementation of VLAN trunking. Have a wonderful day, keep learning, and see you the next video guys. Goodbye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.